For this video, we're going to look at Google Forms again, but this time we're going to look at it from the setting of response validation, which allows us to do some pretty interesting things as far as limiting students to a very particular response. So I've gone ahead and created a new Google form. In this specific one, I've used something that I've seen a few different teachers use, and I've seen online as far as like an EDU breakout or an escape room-esque type thing. What we've done is we've created a few different questions here, and we're going to use the response validation setting within short answer questions to limit students to a particular specific question. So what we have here is we have our first question. I hit the plus sign, create a new question. This one's called activity number 1. The activity itself can be something that the kids, a passage the kids read, can be something input into the form, but I think most times I see the activity being done amongst groups of students outside the Google form. The Google form is just for the actual submission. So we have the first question here is it's a short answer question. Just to make it look a little bit neater, I added an image of a lock there. So once students complete activity 1, they need to come up with something that is a particular number. So what I've done is I made the question required, and I clicked on something called response validation. So what response validation does is it restricts and limits students' responses to a very specific particular number equation, text along those lines. So when I click it, I want students to type in a very specific number. In this case, the combination for a lock, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to select number. And we have all these options of what we can do as far as what type of number. I want it to be equal to. I want the exact number typed in for it to be correct. So I'll put equal to and 1, 2, 3, 4. Custom error text would be what you want students to see if it's incorrect. So if they're not typing in 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're trying something different and it's going to be wrong, I'm going to put keep trying. So this is what the error message students will see if they have not typed in the correct number. I created a new question here. This is activity number 2, and did something similar, but this time with response validation, I'm going to go ahead and use text. So what I have here is I have activity number 2. It's a short answer question. I add another image of a lock. You can add anything you like as far as image-wise, or you can leave it blank. It doesn't matter. When I click response validation, once again, there's the where the students would input their short answer. This time I'm going to go ahead and do text. We have a lot fewer options with our text. If we use the word contains, that means that whatever our answer is has to contain a specific word or phrase. Doesn't contain email address and URL are probably things in this specific circumstance that you wouldn't use. I would use something like email address if I'm asking students maybe for some contact information,